What is going on, everybody? This is Dragonite and welcome back to Terraria. Now, I think from now on I'm going to start trying to make my videos a little bit shorter. Remember how this all used to be wood? I actually went to the corruption, collected some of the blocks and turned it into this blue looking brick. And I actually really like it. I think it looks really good. I also went to the underworld and I collected some furniture. And I ended up decorating the house a little bit more with that. I made a little trophy room down here, which I'm going to add more stuff to later. I expanded and reorganized my chest room. And I also expanded this upper part too, so now it contains a Hellforge in it, which I got from the underworld. If you couldn't tell already, I went to the underworld and I did some exploration and stuff. I got some Hellstone. And I ended up getting enough of it to make myself a full set, I can't remember where it is, a full set of molten armor.
Wow!
Which, this does 8 defense, this does 9, and this does 8, which is very, very good. Some other things I did, let's see here. I also got this obsidian, hard obsidian skull, which allows me to walk on surfaces that are hot, not necessarily lava, but other hot surface blocks, such as like hellstone and, you know, hellstone bricks and stuff like that. I'm not sure if I did this in the other one, but I combined my 2 different climbing claws together to make a climbing gear set. I got this sword right here. It's called the Fiery Greatsword, and it does, I think, what is it, 46? No, 42 melee damage, which is really, really good, and I think it's totally worth it. It's a very interesting and awesome weapon. And the final thing is this thing that you see following me. I made this staff, which is called the Ruthless Imp Staff, and when all I have to do is use it, and it summons in a fire imp.
Nice.
Which actually fights for me and attacks mobs for me, which is really interesting. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to explore the dungeon, and then the second thing is I'm going to hopefully explore the underworld a little bit more and begin making the platform that I'll be using to fight against the wall of flesh. So for the dungeon exploration, I'm going to try something a little bit different. I'll just do the highlights of kind of the stuff that I discover and the stuff that I find down there. And yeah, that's pretty much what I'll do with some good-ish, hopefully, music in the background. And then I will come back in and show you guys everything that I got. So before I even go into the dungeon, there is one more thing actually that I do want to show off. And oh, first of all, look, the nymph is just going crazy on all these enemies. Look at that. I could basically just stand here and I'm perfectly fine. But yeah, I think you probably already have seen it, but I didn't really, you know, go into depth about it. But it's this. I actually used we found the Goblin Tinker. Who allows you to get to the tinkering table. And with the tinkering table, actually, we were able to make ourselves a pair of rocket boots, which, check it out. Yeah, they're pretty nice, actually. Let's go to a more open area. So we can do the double hop, and then we can do that. Look at that. It allows for some good, really great mobility. Even fighting bosses, it's super, super nice. So, yeah, I just thought I'd show this off because this will be something that will actually help me a lot. Alright, so I explored a bit more of the underworld, and I actually went as far as over here this direction and over here this direction. And as you can see, I started building a little platform here because I think that I am just about ready to fight against our next boss, the Wall of Flesh. But first, I just want to go over some of the things that I got when exploring. So, the first thing is this, the Hellwing Bow. It's actually a bow that I got while I was in the underworld. I believe it was in a shadow chest. I'm not exactly sure. I think it was. But this thing, look at it.
Look at it!
It's pretty good. Now, I know I just wasted a few arrows there, but it's pretty good. It's actually, I think, let me see here. 21 range damage and has a very fast speed. And wooden arrows turn into flaming bats, which is really interesting. Another thing I got while I was in the underworld was this new yo-yo here, the Demonic Cascade, which does 37 melee damage, which was a lot better than my previous yo-yo, so I'm definitely going to keep this one. We got the Maramasa. It's a lazy Maramasa, so I mean, it's okay. Okay, so we also got the Violent Cobalt Shield. And over here, as you can see, I have this shield right here. Where is it? The Hard Obsidian Shield. I actually made this by combining a Cobalt Shield and an Obsidian Skull. So it gives me both the buff of it gives me the buff of both of the things that each of those items give me, which is really cool. So that's nice. Oh yes, and we got the Ancient Necro Helmet, which is a cool little vanity item, which I replaced with the skull thing. I think it looks pretty good. I think I don't know if I'm gonna be using my gun, like my gun ranged weapons, very often. So I think for now I'll just leave those there. Maybe for some potions, let's grab... I already filled up one chest, so I had to start making another one, because I'm out of room for potions. I have so many. But, yeah, Iron Skin Potion. Archery Potion would be good. I think we'll use an Archery Potion. We'll put those down here so we can activate all of these whenever we go to fight. Any more? But these might be good. Thorns Potion. I'll take those too. Alright, we are finally here, ready to fight our boss. A little nervous, I've never done this boss before in the game. So, I really hope that our bridge that we built is long enough. That would be really bad if it wasn't, but we'll see what we do here. We'll see how it goes. Alright, let's activate. Oops. Wait, there we go. We have to be holding it in our hand to use it. Ah, that's actually really nice. I thought you could just click on it. Okay. We'll replace it with the voodoo doll for now. Jeez, I just can't do this. Everybody decides to have a party. There's another one. Another serpent. Oh my goodness. Okay. Come on, there we go. I don't want to waste this iron skin potion. Use that. That. Oh my gosh, these stupid demons. Get away. Alright. Oh! Oh no! Dang it. Okay. Here we go. The voodoo demon. I killed it. Oh shoot. It dropped a... That's actually really funny. It dropped a voodoo doll into the lava, so I guess we're fighting it now. Okay, well. That was unexpected. Dang it, these attacks are really hard to dodge. Really annoying, actually. Ah, get away from me. Why am I using the mini sword? Let's use our bows. I think we're doing okay so far. There it is. Really close. Come on. I'm actually kind of worried I might run out of ammo. I didn't even consider that. That might be a problem. We're doing a load of damage on this center mouth over here. Let's get our... This is actually not too bad, I'm not gonna lie. Okay. Get our bow out again. This might sound stupid, but I think when you try to get the yo-yo, it's hitting me, but it's... Oh my goodness. Really? It's almost dead. I haven't had to use... He's barely doing any damage. I just do this. Okay. Bradley the guide survived. What? I'm so confused. Yes. Wow, that was actually a whole lot easier than I thought it would be. What just... Okay. So, now that we killed the wall of flesh, as you can see in the bottom of the screen, it says setting hard mode, and there's a percentage bar going up. Our game is now converting into hard mode, which is a little scary, but I think we'll be fine. Wow, we got a lot of... What the heck is this? Another new enemy. Is this a new enemy? Everything... Hard mode is going to make things a lot more interesting, for sure. It makes the enemies a lot more... Oh, the ancient spirits of light and dark have been released. Fantastic. So, now we're in hard mode. This is, yes, this is interesting. Okay. What did we get? The light... I don't even know how to say the name of that. Didn't look like it was that good. Yeah. How about this? Spiked range emblem. 15% or 15% increased range damage. That's pretty good, I would think. Wall of flesh mask. Honestly, this might sound ridiculous. Honestly, we could probably fight it again. But I'm not going to do that for right now. At least I won't show it on camera. I think we're going to head back up and kind of just recap on everything that's going on. I ended up going back and actually fighting the Wall of Flesh again, just to see how much more difficult hard mode was. And holy crap, we got destroyed. I ended up just getting completely just wrecked. So, yes, hard mode is now enabled, which means actually, it does mean a few bad things, like enemies do get stronger, and there are more bosses that are stronger that are coming eventually. However, the other interesting thing is that now we are able to get a bunch more different weapons and stuff like that in hard mode. So we can actually use this to our advantage. Honestly, that boss was a lot easier than I thought it would be. Probably because we're playing on soft core, so I mean it's not like we're in expert mode or anything, so I don't know. It was fun though. But the bosses now are definitely going to get a lot more difficult, so yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.